almost, I think, more than 1 crore people will be excluded in this manner. This is the big problem. I cannot say that this is a big relief. It is a relief. It is also a blow to the election commission because it was stubborn. Their behavior was very stubborn. They were not listening to anything. First time in the history of India, election commission is asking for the birth proof and birthplace proof and proof of your parents also. This is first time in India. That is why it is called similar to the NRC. It is a backdoor NRC.
There are a lot of people who lives in the
How?
and in the vulnerable peoples who doesn't have any document.
And doesn't have any document, especially the married women. They don't have any document. Why will they have any document? Because there is no need. They have no economic power. They are not going to take decisions in the family. So they don't need any kind of paper. Their husbands have papers, their fathers have papers, or their elder brothers have papers. Any woman only have paper when she have to take Vridha pension, old age pension, or Vidva pension, widow pension. Otherwise, women don't have any kind of documents. Marginalized section women, I'm talking about marginalized section. Even in middle class or lower middle class people, they don't have matriculation certificate, and there is no need of residential proof, or they don't have any residential proof because they don't have land in their names. Because government is asking for permanent residential proof, and anybody who has a piece of land can have permanent residential proof. So women are already excluded from this process. So marginal, it means 50% of the population was excluded with one stroke, with one sign of the election commissioner. It was a blatant misuse of power.
Now, we have seen what happened in the Supreme Court, and there's judgment which says that Aadhaar can also be included as a document. Now, what was the purpose of SIR now? What do you make of this SIR?
I think there are still very serious issues, like even if those people whose name have been deleted they have chance to get themselves enrolled through Aadhaar card, but I am afraid that it is difficult to find those people where those people live. Like most of them are migrant people, with one estimate, some agencies has estimated that there are 20 lakh people who have been migrated, and they come in some months of a year, like in rainy season, crop season. They come to their villages, they come to their residential places. I'm afraid they can get themselves enrolled through Aadhaar card. This is a big issue. Secondly, I think they are adding people through backdoor, through Form 6, as Rahul Gandhi has said, that misuse of Form 6. I think because officially they have already mentioned in their website that almost 70 to 80,000 people have been enrolled through Form 6. This is a kind of backdoor entry. Who those people are who are getting enrolled on the voter list through Form 6. It means they are cutting some people and they are adding some people. This is a two-way sword, and perhaps it is difficult to find those people. Once they will release the final electoral roll on 30th September, then there will be no time to check it or scrutinize it, because government will announce the model code of conduct. And it is the rule that before the election starts, 50 days before the election starts, the electoral roll is frozen. Then it is a big problem, when we will never know who those people who have been enrolled through Form 6. Thirdly, there is another problem. A large number of people in the marginalized section, as we have found through our survey, PUCL has done survey in some slum areas of Patna. We found that almost 20 to 22% people have their names in the electoral roll, in the draft roll, which was released on 1st of August. They have their names, but they have been asked to contact BLO to submit the documents, necessary documents. I am afraid that those people will ever get to the BLO, they will ever go to the BLO, because they will never know that they have been asked to submit the document, because it is only available on the website. Those people who have that accessibility to the technology and accessibility to the website, they will know that what we have seen there in the Kamala Nehru Nagar. They are happy. Like my domestic helper in my home, she doesn't know that she has been asked to submit the document. My driver in my home, who drives our car, he was very happy that his name was on the electoral roll. When I asked him, your name is in the electoral, he happily showed me the screenshot that his name is on the electoral roll. But when I checked on the website with his EPIC number, I told him that there is your name on the electoral, but even then you have to submit your documents, and you have to submit your father's document also, because he was born after 1987, after July 1987. He was shocked because he was assuming that he has become the citizen of India. This is the problem. This is the big problem.
I think when I was in Kishan, the same problem was, people think after phase 1 things are over, but just there's another phase to it, and where people have to submit the documents. I was scrambling to find this document.
There is this information gap, and government is making no effort to fill this information gap.
At least 15 days have passed now. You have 2 weeks left.
2 weeks are left. Yeah, and I think almost, more than 1 crore people will be excluded in this manner. This is the big problem, and we are planning through our lawyers in Supreme Court now to raise this issue. And the main thing is that we want to dump this exercise, because it's senseless exercise, waste of time, waste of money, and you are getting no result.
It must have been a really nervous experience for the people, because they have to travel back from their workplace. You need many stay outside and be come back, find the documents or make the documents, wait for the documents, and get this done. And it is very scary for Muslims because the stakes are more high for Muslims. So
in Kishanganj, in the Simanchal area, you must have seen it. They are more stricter in those areas. They are stricting on the rules. They want the 11 documents, not the Aadhaar card. But here in Patna, the BLOs were more lenient.
In terms of just BLOs, the BLOs have been exhausted. These are government workers who have other jobs as well. I heard that lots of schools have been shut down because of this exercise. So,
Anganwadi also.
Yeah. What do you make of these exercises? How the burden of working for BLOs have been?
I think on one side, they are pressurized, they are exhausted, they have too much burdens, they are working overnight also. I know many BLOs who are working day in, day out, and they are very, one of the you must have heard, one of the BLOs died due to this pressure in some place like in Khagadia or Begusrai, anywhere, something like that. He died because of this pressure. And second thing is that they have been made scapegoats. When I went to the EC to submit my problem, my family's problem, our names were not in our names were on the roll, but we have been called for the documents. But we have already submitted the documents. Even then, we have been called. This issue we raised to the Election Commission. The people in the Election Commission, an officer said that this is because of lackluster performance of BLOs. I told him that there is no fault of BLO. What BLO can do? You are pressurizing him to complete the target. So they are submitting all the forms in any manner. So my document, which I have submitted with my enumeration form, may be misplaced. It may be. After later, 2 or 3 days after, my BLO contacted me and asked me for the document. I told him that I have already given you my document, my matriculation certificate. Please find him. After half an hour, he said that, yes, you have given your document. So can you think that how many people will pursue like this? Like I am pursuing, how many people will pursue this? This is one issue. And BLOs, how many documents will they keep intact with themselves? Lakhs and lakhs of documents. And one BLO in Patna, usually one BLO has to care for 1,200 people. He has to go to meet the voter, which are living in some unknown places, because there is no complete address in the voter I card. They have to meet them. They have to take the document. They have to verify it, and again go to them and tell them these are the problems with your enumeration form, your documents, and again resubmit, get them to resubmit the documents. This is a hectic job. This cannot be done in 30 days. That cannot be done in 30 or 40 or 45 days. This is impossible. And if you will pressurize them, after a certain time, it is the physics law, after a lot of pressure, they will burst out. And perhaps if this is the news that they are resigning, it might be true.
Now, see, a lot of people, fortunately, they have their names on the list. We don't know what is going to happen in the next phase. But now it has been almost at a time that where Supreme Court has interfered in your petition, one of the petitioner, and they have taken some sort of measures to make sure that there is transparency. What comes next, and what do you make of this whole exercise?
There is a little relief for the aggrieved people. It means for the 65 lakh people who have been removed from the roll. So, but now we will make the ground in the Supreme Court that what about those people who haven't submitted the document but their name is on the roll? Please give this relief to those people also. Once Supreme Court allows Aadhaar card for all the people, then issue will be halved. The problem will be just cut down to a minimal space. But right now, I cannot say that this is a big relief. It is a relief. It is also a blow to the Election Commission because it was stubborn. Their behavior was very stubborn. They were not listening to anything. They were even not ready to give the names of the deleted people. So this is the blow to the Election Commission. And in the next date or in the later days, perhaps they will bend down more.
No, one of the more bizarre story about this Election Commission SIR was that they uploaded one document which was which are a soft copy, we could all access it. Then they re-uploaded a copy which was really hard to read, or like
image copy,
an image copy of the details. Now, Supreme Court has specifically asked them to upload something that is accessible and which can be sourced. Why do you think ECI made this decision to make it so hard for people to, fight? Do you feel this is an exclusionary project by the government?
And this is as Yogendra Yadav has said, this design is not for inclusion. This design is meant for exclusion. They are not doing any inclusionary exercise. They are doing exclusionary exercise. They are hell-bent to exclude people. So they are taking various ways. They are devising methods to exclude people. Then one of that method was JPG image. And they do not, after Rahul Gandhi's press conference, they thought that, they can search these names. No, let us block these searching methods, searching options. So they made the JPG, they allowed you only JPG image only. Now you will take, which you can do in 2 hours, now you will take 2 weeks to search a person's name in 2 or 3 places.
In the whole exercise, you have been blaming, or people have blamed ECI fair and square. But what about Bihar government? There was no pushback from Bihar government, and the government must know that how difficult it is for the people, for communities, and even though documents are served or everything, people are really nervous about this exercise. People are really afraid about this exercise. How was the reaction from the Bihar government?
Some sections of people, some like Chirag Paswan, a small party, but it has 5 MPs, more MPs than RJD. So they have raised some voices. But due to BJP, such immensely powerful party, everybody has shut their mouth.
The last one would be the whole fear about NRC. This is the backdoor NRC. How do you make sense of that statement? A lot of political parties are making this thing.
This is very true, because first time in the history of India, Election Commission is asking for the birth proof and birthplace proof and proof of your parents also. This is first time in India. That is why it is called similar to the NRC. It is a backdoor NRC. Various people who live on footpath, who are homeless people, how can they prove their birth date or birthplace or their parents' birth date or birthplace? They will be sent to the detention center, no doubt. And if you are making a design to exclude some particular community, then you have the sword in your hand. You can easily detain some people that saying that he is or she is a Bangladeshi, like they have done in Delhi. Bengali speaking Muslims have been detained. So they are only trying to make it legal to exclude Muslims. This is the legal process of exclusion, because they were feeling themselves empty-handed when they are trying to exclude Muslims from the citizenship. Now they are able with this exercise. If Supreme Court doesn't ask them to withdraw this exercise, they will get the sanction and they will do this exercise all over India, and only for exclusion. Whom they want to exclude?